Hello, Hellstream. How are you? I just want to give you a little update. Well, two things. One, I wanted to update you on what's going on with me because, like I said, I had some new health issues that came about and I'm dealing with those. But the other thing is I wanted to share some stuff from yoga this week. I couldn't believe it. I volunteer at the yoga studio and it really struck me. So there's a woman this is not common, but it was happening. A woman in the yoga class that I'm usually there for, she got pregnant and she wanted to do yoga for as long as she could. I can't blame her. If you're into yoga, yeah, you never want to stop at all. And so she kept going, and she was actually there, and she was going to give birth the next day. She had a scheduled cesarean section for the next day, and she was still doing yoga. So I wanted to share that with you because, the things that I talk about being healthy and getting healthy and being happy, yoga being one of them, a very important one of them. People are always telling me I can't do yoga for this, I can't do yoga for that, I'm not flexible. Okay, that's why you should do yoga. I have a back problem. Okay, that's why you should do yoga. So here's this woman ridiculously pregnant and giving birth the next day, and she's still doing yoga. Also in the same class, a man who was supposed to have back surgery the day before, but he couldn't because he took aspirin, so they had to wait another week. So that was Wednesday. He's going to have back surgery this coming Tuesday. He was in yoga with the pregnant lady. So it's just, evidence that this exercise works. It works for your body. And what does it do, right? So it's stretching, fine. It's also strength training and core development, which is so important. But with that and they say, well, they haven't proven this. Okay, haven't proven this. You're right, whatever. Yoga is detox, right? You're squeezing, you're twisting your core, you're really strengthening the core and squeezing all that stuff out of there. And honestly, I'm sore. Ooh, I'm sore today, and that's from the acupuncture. Oh, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But the detox, on another video, I told you how I explained to Greg, why do you think you lost so much weight? And I always say because of detox, because of detox, because of detox, and he doesn't really like that answer. But I'm telling you, that is the answer. I just looked at a picture from 6 years ago where I ran a half marathon with my friend. 6 years ago. I was just turned 40 or 41. And I looked so puffy. My face looked terrible. I probably didn't weigh much different than I weigh right now. But why did it look like that? I just ran a half marathon. Why did I look so puffy and sick? Now that I look at that picture, I look sick. Because I was toxic. My body was holding on to toxins in suspended water. And that's why I know that I'm sick now, because I am retaining water. And I tell people I'm swollen, I'm bloated, and everyone looks at me like I'm crazy. And any woman who's PMSing will tell you, I don't care if she's 85 pounds, if she's bloated, she feels fat because it's not supposed to be there, right? It's this water that's not supposed to be there, and it feels like you're wearing a constant wetsuit on you, and you just know it's not supposed to be there. So yeah, in this picture, I looked so puffy and really sick, but I wasn't sick. Right? I know that I was toxic now, but then you would think that I was the epitome of health. I just ran a half marathon. So part of the benefit of yoga is this detox, I believe strongly, is this detoxing effect that it has on you. And so that brings me to the acupuncturist, which is also similar in that it's very detoxing for you. And I don't know, it's Western medicine or Eastern medicine. I don't know how it works. It's energy, I know that, which is similar to the beliefs of yoga, where you have these energetic channels or passageways, and not just the chakras, but also all over your body, and there are these nodes, and so it seems very complicated. But this woman, the acupuncturist, her SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, that she had a significant problem with in her early 20s, was greatly helped by acupuncture, which led her over the course of 10 years to pursue that as a career and help other people. So this was my second. I went yesterday, my second session. And, also too, I told her my symptoms, and, she said, okay, there's some blockages. Nothing to be overly concerned about. And I told her I'm swollen and I'm bloated, and of course she's, yeah, okay. Clearly my finger, which, oh my goodness, hasn't really bothered me at all today. See, that's so amazing. I'm also not eating meat, which is contributing to that too. So it's hard to know which is benefiting me more, or having the biggest impact. I don't care. I guess if I just keep doing this, and if I start eating meat and I find the problem arising again, then oh my God, I can't even, there's like a bump here, and it's still there, but it's not as sore and tender. I'm blown away. I can't even tell you. Like, you don't see it on this side. It's over here. But it's not as tender as it was, and it's definitely going down. Oh, I can't tell you how happy this makes me. Thank God. Anyway, yeah, so she did the needles everywhere that she thinks they need to go. And she said, some of the needles that come out, sometimes there's a little blood because you're very warm-blooded. And then she pulled one out of my ankle on my right side. That's like the kidney 6 point or something like that, and kidney yin point. And she said, oh, whoa, wait a second. She said, you're right. What? She said, some water came out. Water came out of my ankle. So she told me from now on, every day, put my feet up the wall, which maybe I'll do after this video, and do that for 15 to 20 minutes a day, and that'll help with the circulation and moving that water to get it to leave. But it's also, so this acupuncture is very detoxing, and so that's why she recommends taking this Epsom salt bath. Only 20 minutes, not any longer, because the Epsom salt will pull the toxins out, but if you stay too long, they just go back in. So 2 cups of Epsom salt, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, and if you really want to rock your world, throw some ginger in there. So I have some minced ginger in a jar. I don't know how effective that is, but I threw that in there. Hopefully there's not chemicals and preservatives that are counteracting any good things I'm doing for myself. But yeah, so even she kind of didn't believe me about the bloated thing, and so she was shocked. But I'm glad this is working. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So I still haven't eaten meat. It's been, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. And I will incorporate some back in and see how that goes eventually. But I want to be 100% before I do that. And what she had said was, it's amazing how you can tell that you have these subtle symptoms and that you treat them right away, just because most people would never ever know they have these symptoms. because most problems stem from the heart. And she said, as did my chiropractor, that the problems I'm having, they may be coming out through the kidneys, but they're originally from the heart. And not that I have heart disease or anything like that, but the underlying problem. And that's because in our society, we don't really pay attention and take care of the heart, and not in a physical way, but in a spiritual, loving way. So, and it's all connected. So just like these streams are all connected, it's hard to know what to talk about on each stream because they're all connected, right? So this would connect to the relationship stream, matters of the heart, and which I know is healing. I know that I've been doing that from that angle, from the emotional angle. It's blown me away how I didn't know I needed to heal my heart in an emotional sense until it started happening because of someone, which is nice. Yeah. So your heart, be good to your heart. Be good to your heart. Pay attention to it, protect it, love it, because it will love you back or kill you if you don't. Anyway, I want to share my acupuncturist information, Kelly Drury, because she's really good right there. And her business, she's in Caldwell, New Jersey, and her business is called Well Essence. Yeah, maybe it's not focused, but Well Essence, Caldwell, New Jersey. WellEssenceACU.com. Yeah, she's really great. And this has been an amazing experience. I'm so glad I did it. I'm terrified of needles. And some of them I don't feel at all, and some of them I do, and you feel them in the places that you need them the most. So although I haven't looked at them, someone else asked me, like, so what's it like? What are the needles like? And I said, I don't know. I don't look at them. I just lay there. I don't want to see them. But some of the places she did in the hand this time, which she didn't do last time, she was like, okay, this might be a little strong, she says. And I was like, just go for it. Just get them in there, because I want to feel better. So just do what you need to do. So she laughed. She was like, okay, I hear what you're saying. So, but this is a detoxing thing. So she asks, how do I feel after? And, I said, oddly, especially the first time, but it happened this time too, I feel sore. I feel sore in my pelvis. I feel sore like in my quads. Like I just worked out. Like I feel like I was just telling you. I feel sore in my abs. I just did 1,000 sit-ups. Right there. And she said, no, that's normal because you're detoxing. So this is, maybe some acid in your muscle. And so do the baths and try to get some of that out of there. But yeah, this is what the modality does. It helps you detox and get this stuff out of there and move things around, move the energy around so that everything works like it should. And it's blowing me away. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous thing. And I can't stress enough how all of these things that typical medicine does not, or insurance doesn't cover, or medicine doesn't subscribe to, eventually they study it, and people who can get the funds to study it, what pharmaceutical company is going to give funds to study things that don't require drugs? And they're the ones with the money doing most of the studies. So think about that. But so many of these things, I spend so much money on my health. And between yoga and chiropractor and food, good food, and acupuncture and supplements, that I mean, I'd rather have that than any clothes or makeup or anything I could possibly spend it on, because there's nothing more important. There's nothing better. And that's why when anything's a little off, I'm immediately going to fix it. Not stopping until I find someone who will help me fix it. I find the answer. And I'm just blown away how effective these alternative things are. And changing your diet and exercising, doing yoga especially, how effective they are in treatment of your health. I can't stress that enough. That's why I'm doing these videos in the first place. You know, I mean, my body would just have deteriorated, and I would have been probably extremely depressed and really hopeless, like given up on life in a lot of ways by the age of 50, if I didn't find these answers, because I was on that road. And I know a lot of people who are there already. Yeah. And which reminds me, Greg just sent me, you know, we're saying, yeah, we're gonna be the best looking, you know, 80-year-olds, or we're gonna fight this aging thing together because we can. And so he sent me this Instagram post from this woman. Her name is, well, her Instagram name is handle, I don't know, what do you call it? Is Train with Joan, TrainWithJoan. Train with Joan. She's, I don't know, maybe in her 80s, and she has a similar health journey in that she was looking for health, and she, if she's in her 70s, I apologize, or whatever age, I don't know, I didn't really look. I don't want to insult her or anyone, but she looks amazing. And over 3 years, she made this drastic health change. And I would show you, but I'm on the phone, so I can't show you the picture from my phone, but look it up on Instagram. And she was pursuing health. She just wanted to feel better. And that's what I was doing. That's what I am doing. And she's amazing. She's muscles, her butt, I'm jealous of her butt. Her butt looks amazing. Her tries are ridiculous. You know, she works out with weights. I'm not going to work out with weights, but God bless, good for her. So look her up, get motivated, get inspired. Ridiculous. And so that reminded me of this other woman. So I sent him this video of this woman who, there's videos about her all the time because she just keeps getting older and she keeps going. She's now, I don't know when this video, I sent him a video from when she was 100. She's a ballroom dancer and she's a yoga instructor. Her name is Portia Lynch. I think her name is Portia, Portia. And the last name is Lynch. And I don't know how to spell it. They didn't show it. They just said it. Lynch. But if you Google 100-year-old yoga lady or yoga instructor, you get her. And, you know, I mean, these things are possible. These things are very, very, very possible. They talk about yogis in Nepal and places who are like 140 years old. I don't know how true that is, but why not? Oh, there was an article. Oh, I wanted to read you the article. Did I talk about the article? No, there was, I wrote myself a note because I wanted to tell you about it. Maybe I did tell you about it, but it was about Steve Jobs, who, Greg also sent me this article. At the age, he died when he was 56, and I guess they tested his brain, which I guess, I don't know if you can only do that when you're dead, but they said his brain was like 27 years old. the brain of a 27-year-old because of meditation. So there's another thing. Why? 90% of disease comes from stress. If you know how to avoid stress by meditation, then you can help your brain to stay young. And look at what it did for him. Now, unfortunately, the pancreas said it's time to go. But, yeah, I mean, these things are real. These things are real. And I don't know, I want to scream from the rooftops. I want to tell everyone I can. I'm trying to tell everyone I can. But, you know, until you're desperate enough, you don't want to hear it. I don't mean you personally, but I just mean people in general. You know? But when you're ready, the teacher and the resources appear. So if you listen this long, you must be really ready. God bless. All right. Peace out.